Hello, welcome to the presentation of the Communication, a new tutorial system for computer science and telecommunication engineering students. A communication based on the work by Nuria Rico Castro, Pedro Ángel Castillo Valdivieso, Miguel Ángel Rubio Escudero, Patricia Padreschi Rodríguez, María Isabel García Arenas, Eva María Ramos Áblaves, Jesús García Miranda y Manuel Rodríguez Álvarez. We all belong to the ETS Ingeniería Informática y de Telecomunicación from the University of Granada. We will start describing what is a TAP, a tutorial system. A TAP is a plan of coaching and mentoring activities designed by teachers in order to address the educational needs of the students. It's been practiced around the whole world, but now it's been introduced in Spain as a new teaching technique. The TAP that we are going to describe in this presentation is an initiative of several teachers that belong to the Escuela Técnica Superior de Ingeniería Informática y de Telecomunicación, a school where computer science engineering and telecommunication engineering is taught. They have proposed a project called Plan de Acción Tutorial para alumnos de planes de estudio a extinguir en la ETSIT that is focused on several students in this school. The director of this TAP is Manuel Rodríguez Álvarez. The motivation behind this TAP lies behind the introduction of the new Bologna process in the Spanish universities. Due to the disappearance of the old degrees, a new problem has arisen. There is a significant pool of students finishing their old degrees, computer science and telecommunication engineering, that no longer have access to regular lessons. This can become a significant burden due to the fact that these students are not used to study without the guidance of a teacher. As a result, the main objective of this TAP is to provide support to computer sciences and telecommunication students that have to overcome subjects that are no longer taught face-to-face. These students are a heterogeneous group that includes very different backgrounds, but all of them have in common that they have failed several first years theoretical and laboratory courses of the all computer science and telecommunication degrees. The first steps that we took in order to accomplish our main objectives were to describe the project in clear terms to the participants, to create a web page, to establish a coordination group with 8 members from different departments, creating a registration process, designing and implementing a high visibility advertising campaign, posters, website, brochures and a presentation meeting, and other activities, special workshops, suggestion boxes, etc. One of the first activities that we did was the presentation meeting. It was a presentation focused on mentors and students, and the idea was to describe the aims and scope of TPAT, the tutorial plan, and which were the functions of the mentors. We tried to include all the professional sectors of the university, teachers, managers, and collaborators. The official presentation was done at the Computer Science School the 14th of December of 2010 with a massive assistance, over 200 students and over 40 teachers. Another of the activities that we did at TPAT was a marketing campaign where we tried to make the project known to both students as professors. This marketing campaign involved posters, brochures, a website and several other activities that we thought that would catch the attention of the students and the teachers of the school. The results of the marketing campaign were impressive. We received over 300 applications from students belonging to the 4 degrees that are taught at the computer science schools. almost 40 teachers offered themselves to mentor several students. As the number of students were much bigger than the number that we were able to accommodate, we had to select 170 students. The selection was done according to the following criteria. We chose students with an intermediate number of subjects from 3 to 6, and we chose students who wanted to carry out the activities that we proposed. A waiting list was created for the rest of the students, so if there were any vacancy, we could take some students from the waiting list. And anyway, the students that were not selected were able to access the information of the tutorial plan through the website and through the conferences. Due to the complexity of the assignment system, a sophisticated statistical method was developed specifically to assign students to tutors in order to obtain homogeneous groups. As new tutors have been incorporated into the project, an increasing number of students have been able to benefit from these projects. Each teacher mentors an average of 5 students, a number that at the beginning of the project we thought was a reasonable one. We have found out later on that maybe it was a bit too big for mentoring activities. Tutors can work with students in individual and group meetings, according to the needs of the students and the preferences of the professor. This project is now in its second year of life. We have obtained already several conclusions that we think are interesting for the rest of the educational community. The first conclusion is that the ratio of students to mentor 5, we have found it to be too large. This year we are trying to work with a reduced number of students from 2 to 3, and we think that the results are much more interesting. Another result is that most students did not involve themselves deeply in the project. We found out that although at the beginning of the course there was plenty of interest within the student community, after several months students were stressed with the projects that they have to do and the exams that they had to attend, and they were not very interested in participating in the different activities of this project. Another conclusion that we have obtained is that at this specific time at Spanish universities, neither teachers nor students had any experience about how to conduct an orientation session. There is no tradition of this kind of orientation mentoring activities in Spain, and we think that this is a gap that has to be addressed. Another result was that a lot of students were only interested in answers to academic questions and were not very interested in the orientation and mentoring that we were providing. We found out that from all the activities that we did, the website of the project was the best way to contact with the students and mentors. In the following slides, we will describe the lines of future work for our project. First, we will increase the number of teachers participating in the project in order to decrease the ratio of students to mentor. As we said before, we have found that 5 is a number that is too big for this kind of activities. We want to improve the motivation of the students, as not all students need or want a mentor. Next year, we will organize a workshop for students where several bureaucratic questions will be tackled and some administrative skills will be developed. We are planning also to improve the documentation about mentoring available to the teachers, as we think that this could help fill the gap in this kind of activities. We are going to organize courses for teachers in order to improve their mentoring skills. We are planning to improve and expand the website, as we have found out that this is one of the most efficient ways to reach the students. We are also planning to expand the online reach of the project, including some other web tools belonging to Internet 2.0. i.e. social networks and tweets to try to get closer to the students. And with this slide, this presentation ends. We would like to thank you for attending it. We hope that you will have found the information that we provide useful, and we would like to tell you that if you are interested in knowing what are we doing, or if you would like to know the details of our project, you can see them at the following URL address: http://tipat.ugr.es. Unfortunately, all the information at our website is in Spanish, as that's the common language for our students. Thank you again.